When you give an entity power, that entity starts to set some kind of rules. In Denmark, the age of consent is 14. In Germany, I think it's 13.
Welcome back to Cryptoholics.
The show where everything makes sense because of the way we say it, not because we are right.
Worldcoin is a gigantic scam. It's supposed to be like a universal basic income thing for people, and they have to stare into this weird fucking orb that scans their irises, their face, and you get some Worldcoin, which is cryptocurrency that you can supposedly sell.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just marketing 101 and people don't see through it. They are giving away free cryptocurrency for people to give out all, like you said, their entire identity. What they're gonna do with this database, nobody knows.
Don't touch this, it's a giant fucking Ponzi scheme.
I know that you went to get your passport a few weeks ago. I did so myself as well. They asked for my ID. And I didn't have one because I don't like the government knowing where I live, even though they do know, but I don't like having that on an ID. So I used my old passport, so I had to go through a different process and it was more problematic. But then when I got the passport, they scanned my fingerprints and they scanned my iris.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. And I felt so...
You know what they were probably doing? They were probably tricking you into signing up for Worldcoin.
All of the Instagram filters, all of the Snapchat filters, all of the TikTok filters, they are all working towards getting artificial intelligence to learn. So all of the times that you just took a video and you have like these doggy ears or this cat nose and whatever, it's just a trick to get you to give for free the opportunity to AI that works 100% for the government to learn from you. You're just helping the system to oppress you further.
Surrendering your privacy for essentially nothing.
China is already doing it. If you're not behaving like the government wants you to behave, your score is low and then you cannot get out of the country. And if your score is very low, you cannot go to certain supermarkets. And if your score is even lower, you cannot even use public transportation. They did it with COVID. But what if they had the ability to not just tell you don't leave your house, but to actually make that if you leave your house and you're not vaccinated or you're not using a mouthpiece or whatever, like your credit score is down because you didn't get vaccinated, for example. So you go to a store and then you cannot pay with cash, you have to pay with digital currency, and that digital currency, whatever the way you pay, it's connected to your credit score. And if your credit score is low, you cannot buy anything, or you cannot go to restaurants, or you cannot use the subway or whatever. So that's where we're going with all of this. Anyone should be able to do whatever the fuck they want. The government shouldn't mess with it.
I don't really see the need for a facial recognition thing to verify the age of the person. You don't do that when people go to porn sites. People go to X videos on accident when they're trying to go to Twitter, but people go to X videos all the time. All it asks is, are you 18 or whatever, and you click yes. Well, if what's to stop a 12-year-old from going there, you know?
When you give an entity power, that entity starts to set some kind of rules. So for example, I know that in Denmark, the age of consent is 14. In Germany, I think it's 13.
The universe is old as fuck. So it would be arrogant, selfish to think that we are the only intelligent life. Come on. in a universe that's supposedly always expanding, and I think that's been confirmed. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not a scientist. But I think in an infinite universe, there's no chance we're the only intelligent beings. And they've been recovering crashed spacecrafts since like the 1930s. And that we have also recovered non-human biologics, is what they call them.
Egyptians have paintings and hieroglyphs talking about people coming from the sky teaching them to build pyramids. I don't think this has been happening since the 1930s. I think this has been happening for thousands of years.
It seems so outlandish that we came from supposedly like single cell organisms all the way up to what we are now. Do you think aliens have had some kind of influence on that, like us evolving so quickly?
I have no idea, but I think the Jurassic era was 65 million years ago, and I just know that because of the movie. It's been 500 million years, and then just in the last 10,000 we went from being Homo sapiens doing things like using tools to open up coconuts to being where we are right now. So of course technology advances faster as our knowledge gets higher, but it's been a very, very accelerated learning pace, don't you think?
Hyper accelerated, especially in the past like 10 years. Now you can put on a pair of like crazy dystopian looking glasses and FaceTime with your avatar of yourself with your fucking grandma and across the world.
One thing is true, the more technology you have, the easier it is to keep advancing. So it's just like a chessboard.
I think we'll kill it there. I think we've done a deep dive on a lot of shit, and I think we've had a pretty good time. I'll have one more drink to you guys.